Hello, this is just another 80s geek, and you are watching the Geek Showcase, where we highlight all things geeky. And today we're coming at you with another one of our top 10 fictional character lists. This time we're coming at you from the wonderful world, the prehistoric world, you might say, of dinosaurs. That's right, we're giving you our top 10 fictional dinosaurs. Why? Because who doesn't love dinosaurs? Who doesn't go through a phase when they're kids all about dinosaurs? And one of these characters might have been why you fell in love with dinosaurs once upon a time. Before we get to the actual countdown, just a few things, clerical business keeping for you. Number one, if you're waiting to see Godzilla show up on this countdown, I am sorry to disappoint you, but I am not considering Godzilla a dinosaur. You can take that up with my attorney. Also, Bowser, not qualifying, and Cecil from Beanie and Cecil, not qualifying. I'm not counting any of those three characters as dinosaurs. They're more monsters, dragons, and other kinds of crazy things morphed together, mutated together, blended together, etc. That being said, go ahead and hold back for your chance to come back at me as a hypocrite as you see some of the ones that do make my list. But that's neither here nor there. Let's first get out of the way some honorable mentions. First off, it pained me to not include this one into our actual countdown because it's one of my personal favorites from my childhood. We're talking from 1988, voiced by Pat Fraley himself, Denver, the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot more. Maybe it was just the theme song. I don't know. I loved this show. I loved the voice work in it. It was just crazy, kooky, out of this world, bananas fun. And Denver, the Last Dinosaur is one of my personal favorites, so I have to throw him a mention here in the honorable mentions. Some 80s dinosaurs that you may have expected, if I'm a fan of Denver, the Last Dinosaur, to have a chance that I will disappoint you right off the bat. Dink, the Little Dinosaur, sorry. 1989 series, voiced by R.J. Williams, didn't even hold a candle to Denver, so Dink, not gonna make the list. Also, there was quite a few 80s shows that were basically all dinosaurs or a lot of dinosaurs, so we're not gonna see the likes of the dinosaurs from the Dino Riders, and we're not going to see the dinosaurs from the Dino Saucers. Dino Riders was a 1988 Marvel series. Dino Saucers was a 1987 Deke series. Not going to be on the list. Sorry to disappoint you. A more modern day animated work that includes a whole bunch of dinosaurs that my daughter loves. Not going to make the list. Sorry. Needs to have a little bit more of a track record, a little bit more of a tenure. So sorry, the dinosaurs from Dinosaur Train, not going to be on here. All right. As far as some non-TV animated series dinosaurs that just didn't quite make the cut, going all the way back to 1964, the character voiced by Hal Smith from The Gumby Show. Sorry, folks, no Prickle on this dinosaur list, even if he is a classic dinosaur worth mentioning here in the honorable mentions. For those huge, big-time dinosaur fans or just those 80s nostalgia, 70s nostalgia fans, Land of the Lost featured a couple bizarre live-action dinosaurs. I'm talking about Grumpy and Big Alice. If you know who those folks are, please comment below because you automatically score some points in my book for your knowledge of pop culture in the weirdest realm. Land of the Lost, Grumpy and Big Alice, not going to make the list. Also from the world of comic strips, you're a BC fan? Going all the way back to 1958, there was a dinosaur called Gronk on that comic strip that a lot of people would know from that time period. Just hasn't had the staying power, so Gronk's not going to make the list. Also, from some just mainstream movies from years gone by, or maybe even some more recent years, here's some film dinosaurs that aren't going to quite make the list. Theodore Rex. Have you seen this one? It's the Whoopi Goldberg dinosaur buddy cop movie. Need I say more? Theodore Rex from 1996, not making the cut. Also, Rexy, cool character, Night at the Museum, just didn't play a big enough part in that series. So Rexy from Night at the Museum, also not going to make the cut. Just a couple left. We're Back, a dinosaur story from 1993. Main T-Rex there, or a main character there, voiced by John Goodman. Amblin Entertainment joint, sorry, didn't have room for We're Back, a dinosaur story. We also didn't have room for Disney's dinosaur movie from the year 2000, because, come on, did you even know that existed? Did you know it was Disney? It's kind of that forgotten era of Disney, so we're going to forget to put it on our list here as well. So that does it for the honorable mentions, but let's get right to it. Here are your top 10 fictional dinosaurs. Starting off, because my wife would disown me, divorce me, if I didn't put this dinosaur on the list, and this is where some of you may be able to come back at me for those Godzilla Bowser comments from earlier, but technically he's considered a dinosaur. We're going the classic 1991 animated series, one of my wife's favorites from the world of the Rugrats. We got to give Reptar our number 10 spot, because heck, if you were a child of the late 80s, early mid 90s, Reptar was probably making an appearance on your shirt, your shorts, your jacket, your lunchbox, somewhere that you were repping who you liked. So Reptar from Rugrats takes our number 10 spot. We're going to go to the world of movies. You can't have a list of fictional characters and not have Pixar represented, right? So let's go to the world of Toy Story for none other than Rex himself, the T-Rex from the 1995 original Toy Story film, voiced by Wallace Shawn, who's great. Rex. My daughter has a Rex stuffed animal, a Rex action figure. Rex is still making the rounds. Toy Story from 1995 seems to be something that will live on forever, so I give it a little bit staying power. Kudos points there. The only thing that's keeping Rex down at number 9 is not quite a main character or a big enough character, a little bit more of a side character, so I'm giving him only the 9th spot. Similar reason for Reptar being on here, but number 10 because it wasn't one of the main major characters of Rugrats, but it still made a lasting impression on those that watched it. All right, let's move on to number 8, and let's stick with the world of Pixar and our first of a series of Apatosauruses. This one was voiced by Raymond Ochoa in 2015. The movie's called The Good Dinosaur. I mean, we had Dinosaur, right, from Disney. This one from Pixar is called The Good Dinosaur, and that's not a coincidence. So we're going with Arlo at number 8 from The Good Dinosaur, an actual decent dinosaur film from the world of Disney and Pixar. So that's our number 8 spot. Let's go some nostalgic, just fun here and goodness for number 7. Some people may not know this series existed, but if you lived it, you loved it, you gotta expect it. How about we go, and there's a lot of cheating on this list, so I'm gonna get that right out of the way. We had characters in this series voiced by Kevin Clash and Sally Struthers. This is a Jim Henson / Disney Jam 1991 series. A variety of dinosaurs featured, but the main one that we're talking about here is a Megalosaurus. Do the names Earl, Fran, Robbie, or Charlene ring any bells for anybody? Well, if they don't, maybe Baby Sinclair himself will. That's right, we're going from the sitcom Dinosaurs, which is just 90s gold. The Sinclairs, not the mama. Baby Sinclair coming in at number 7. Number 6, my younger self would punch me for doing this, because I absolutely despise this character growing up. It was a little bit after my time. It came on around 1992. I was not a kid anymore, and I just could not understand why people were into this dinosaur, and I hated it with a passion. But I can't ignore the impact and the staying power that the purple and green stuffed T-Rex from PBS named Barney had. So yes, I'm giving Barney a spot, number 6. He's made an impact. He's somewhat iconic. I don't like him, but I can't deny him. So here's Barney at number 6. Another cheat here for number 5. This should be no surprise to those that know me, because I am a huge fan of this franchise, and I just had to find a way to get them in. We had all kinds of characters that were dinosaurs in this franchise, and by franchise, I'm even using that a little bit willy-nilly, because we're talking about any and all of the dinosaurs from the Transformers franchise. That's right, and that includes the Beast Wars series as well. Still part of the Transformers franchise. So whether you want to go with Grimlock, voiced by Greg Berger, or the rest of the Dinobots, which is a who's who of voice acting, Neil Ross, Frank Welker, Michael Bell, Hal Rail, whew. But Grimlock was probably the one that most people know the most. He was the T-Rex. He was the leader of the Dinobots. And then if you want to take the word Dinobot and shift it over to the Beast Wars, Scott McNeil's Dinobot from the Beast Wars series done by Mainframe in 1996, chef's kiss. That was one of the best characters from the Beast Wars. So all of the dinosaurs that appeared in any of the Transformers shows, that's what we're repping here at number 5. That means we're down to our top 4. Number 4, we're going a little bit old school to our second Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus is like the most popular. You'd think it would be T-Rex, which is it's probably pretty close, but Apatosaurus is just a common choice in the world of fictional dinosaurs. So we're going with another one here. This is going all the way back to 1960, voiced by Mel Blanc, the man himself, later voiced by Frank Welker for a couple decades, currently being voiced by Eric Bauza. We're talking about the Hanna-Barbera original dinosaur himself from the world of the Flintstones, Dino. So let's go with Dino, Fred's pet dinosaur. It doesn't get much more classic than that. So Dino, taken, number 4. Let's move on to number 3. You thought this was all going to be TV series and movies, didn't you? I threw a comic strip character in the honorable mentions, and now I'm throwing a video game character at you at number 3. We're going back to 1990 and a Nintendo character that needs no introduction from the world of the Mario Brothers. Number 3, Yoshi. Do I need to say anything else? He's probably one of the best video game sidekicks of all time. He went on and had his own games. Everybody loved Yoshi. Eating the people, pooping out the eggs. Yoshi was classic. He was a much needed cool factor added to the Mario Brothers. You can't deny that Yoshi should be on this list. If you look it up, he's considered a dinosaur, so get that Godzilla talk out of here when it comes to Yoshi. Yoshi is a dinosaur. Don't ask me what kind or which kind or anything like that. He's a dinosaur. Yoshi, number 3. All right. That brings us to number 2. I thought this was going to be my number 1, but we're going to put it here at number 2. We're cheating like heck all over this list, so we're going to do it again. Number 2 is a spot reserved for all of the dinosaurs that came in every kid's favorite dinosaur movie franchise. We're talking about something that made so many kids fall in love with dinosaurs. I don't care if you want to go with Littlefoot, Ducky, Spike, Petrie, Sarah, or any other dinosaur that appeared in the 14 Land Before Time films. We're going with all of the dinosaurs from the Land Before Time franchise. The classic Don Bluth film from 1988 is what made me fall in love with dinosaurs, and I can't not put Littlefoot and his friends right here at number 2. That means there's only one spot left. Land Before Time might have made a lot of young kids fall in love with dinosaurs, but this next one probably made kids and adults fall in love with dinosaurs. I know it had an impact on a lot of people that go on to be paleontologists or work in the field with dinosaurs. It's the end all, the be all, the creme de la creme, the best, the peak, the mountaintop. We're talking about all of the dinosaurs from the franchise Jurassic Park. I don't care if you're going with Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. Let's go to the classic 1993 joint from Amblin, Michael Crichton. 93 is the movie, not the book. T-Rex, probably the main one from the original, or maybe you want to go with Blue, the Velociraptor from the newer series. We're just going to cover them all. Doesn't matter what your favorite is. The raptors from the beginning, the Dilophosauruses, the T-Rexes, I don't care. The first scene when you see the Brachiosaurus and all those other guys, breathtaking. Jurassic Park did dinosaurs right, and that is why T-Rex, Blue, all the group from the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park series take our number 1 spot as the best fictional dinosaurs of all time. So that does it for this list of the top 10 fictional dinosaurs. Tune in next time for another chance to see more top 10 lists and all other things geeky. This has been Just Another 80s Geek, and you've been watching the Geek Showcase.